just wanted to hop on here real quick before we get to the brunt of what our vlog is. So as you know, as a whole, our channel doesn't really have a ton of serious stuff. There are some, sidebar, I have this like nose spray that the doctor gave me and it's disgusting. It's nasty. So sorry if there's like a face that I'm like, so we're not always serious on our channel. There are a couple of vlogs that are serious regarding, like, you know, our fertility journey or the aspect of bullying or, you know, whatever that we've talked about. However, this vlog is going to be serious. It is a serious situation that we want to bring to light, not only to all of you guys who follow us, who are part of the Webbcapades family, but to bring to light to everybody else. So we are asking you if you would be willing to share this particular vlog, because it's something that we are passionate. So just to give you some information, I started a petition. It's a petition for my family. However, my family goes far. As I've told you before, we don't have just a blood family. We consider everybody our family. I mean, and we've told you that before with joining, you know, on our adventures with Webbcapades, that we treat you like family. And within our family, to get right to the point, handicap accessibility doesn't go very far anywhere. And with that, being handicapped has so many different levels. It can be a physical handicap, it could be a mental handicap, it could be an unseen handicap that you can't just place on someone because you don't see it. So with that, I took on a venture with the blessing of Jesse. I did ask him first. We are about to take you on an adventure like we always do with our vlogs, but this one is a serious one because it deals with the inability of places that families should be able to go with accessibility and not have an issue. And let me be clear, very clear, when I say there's a difference between the law of being ADA compliant and what is actually helpful. And I'm staring you dead in the face to tell you this. The law is completely different than what is actually needed. Okay? And that's where the first change needs to happen. That is bigger than me right now, so I am dealing with what we have here in this long, drawn out start. We are going to a playground. That's what I'm telling you. Okay? A playground that should be completely accessible to not just children, but how are those children going to get there? Their parents, their guardians, their caretakers, whatever, okay, need to take them. But what happens when that adult in the situation has a handicap and wants their kids to the park? Whatever guardian is with those children, what happens? Well, that's what I'm fighting. There's a park in our area that is it's beautiful, it's completely handicap accessible to kids. It has ramps, it has ways to get children actually on the play equipment who are in wheelchairs, not just those funky swings that are at every park, okay, but a way for kids to actually play. But the actual parking that's right next to the playground is blocked off. See my problem? I went and brought it up. I started a petition and I brought it up to the commissioners, particularly the one that deals with the district where this park is. And he has been very open and communicates very well and is very nice. But where we have come in contact with of who actually deals with the parks, they're not seeing clearly the difference, again, between the law and what is real and accessible to a human being. So we're going to take you over there to show you why I started this petition and why it's not accessible. Because why? I have the pleasure of having a husband who shows me every day something new that me as a capable person takes for granted. And it is a pleasure because it makes you more human, okay? I need you to understand that. It's not that he's incapable. It's me who's incapable, because a lot of times I forget because I just go and run outside to the mailbox, or I just do this, or I just do that, and take for granted the abilities that I have that he doesn't. And he should be able to be just as independent as I am without hindrance, okay? Especially at a place that children go. So we're gonna venture. I'm gonna hand you over to Jesse because I gotta drive.
Hi, vlogging peoples.
Vloggies people.
You're our vloggies. That's our name for these people.
No. You need to ask them if they're okay with that.
Are you okay with that?
Why are you talking to them like a little kid?
I'm excited.
You're all like, are you okay
vloggies.
with that?
I like it. I'm diggy.
Are you okay with that? We can't call him Webby because that's what I call you.
Yeah, that's what Summer calls me.
Isn't that weird? I call you Webby.
That's not weird at all.
See, now it's not so serious.
Or spider webs.
No, I hate that. Two beebs? Two beebs or not two beebs? So this is John G. Lancaster Park.
They have cones up there.
And
this is the entrance.
This is the entrance. Okay.
Okay, cars go in and out.
We're
coming up to show you exactly where the petition is against.
Okay. The battery's about to die, so I'm gonna have to switch this out, but that's okay. This is the first set of handicap parking. Right here. These two van accessible spots.
And then
that's the other handicap parking in the circle, but the circle is blocked off.
By not only a barrier.
Now that barrier is not going anywhere. And then, hold on, yeah, and here's the other side of that U shape. This is the other barrier.
There are 6 spots.
There's 6 spots in there that are inaccessible now. Now, Summer's gonna get out and show you.
All right, so we're walking over here. Granted, again, go get another battery, please. This is the closest parking spot that aids other than the 2. This one right here, which is not a handicap spot, you have to go around this area into the main fairway, okay? Into the main road here, okay? From this spot, you have to go into the main road. Now, tell me, if he were to pull in normally, now I'm backed in, okay? If he were to pull in normally and get his wheelchair out, his trunk would sit about here where my hand is, okay? There's the spot. Come here. To get his wheelchair out and to stand there would be past that crack right there. Well, that crack, where is it? So it would go from this spot, okay, there, reminder, there's that crack, okay? So he would be about out here. There's my foot. Here's my foot. There's the crack, okay? And then he would take his wheelchair at least this far out, okay, from just the drain. All right, at least this far out. And we would come over here and access this. Now, not only is there a barrier there with a no parking sign, there are cones. Cones, barrier. Now, even better, on the no parking sign, there is a lock, a padlock, that cannot be taken off. It is completely locked. It cannot be taken off. So, how do you propose getting into these spots? There are 2 free spots for non-handicap, but do you see that in the distance? There's the playground. That building right there is the concession stand for these football fields, okay? But look at that, playground, handicap spots. What is closer? There's no curb. It is all level for a van access or just a normal car access. Same on that side, 3 spots on that side, so it gives a total of 6. Very close to the playground. However, when I had a meeting here the other day with the person who is the head of Rec and Parks, who deal with the parks, obviously, he stated that these 2 spots were more than adequate for that playground. Let me just pan that playground where we're still not close to that playground over to here. Yes, these are handicap accessible. Yes, they are ADA compliant. Yes, there is a small ramp here, but let me make it clear on what I'm saying. Rain gutter, ramp, rain gutter, complete ramp. Yes. So his proposal, because I brought up the fact of his trunk, okay, now Jesse has a car, I have a van. My van is even further. If he had to use my van to bring the kids to the park, his car might come out where I am this far, okay, which is still somewhat in the spot, okay, I'm here. However, my van would come at least here. Even with his car, he still has to retrieve his wheelchair, and look where we are. The entrance of the park, the main fairway. And that is what my petition was about. Those parking spots over there in the U are completely safe from the access of the fairway. So anybody who has a disability, be it physical, in a wheelchair, or in arm braces, or who is blind, or who has any sort of, you know, physical disability, getting this stuff out in the fairway, not appropriate. Those parking spots are so much more accessible to that playground than this would be. Now again, the proposal that he gave me was to leave the parking spots as is. 2 out of the 6, okay? 2, these 2. And he is going to bump in the grassy area just past the signs, okay? So not that far in. Basically where you see the grass is starting to recede right here, he was going to bump it in to here, okay? And move the signs back so that it gave more room for these spots so that he wasn't putting his wheelchair in the fairway. But again, still here at the fairway. But even worse, these 2 right here, okay? So all 6 of these handicap spots would not be here. And his proposal is because of the safety of the kids, which nobody is stating the kids should be unsafe. But he's saying that during games, football games, baseball games, all that kind of stuff, that the kids were going to the concession stand and that they were darting out into traffic because, you know, kids do that crazy stuff. They don't pay attention. They think they're invincible. And they think that they won't get hurt, that everybody's just going to watch out for them. Well, unfortunately, we know that's not true. But he was seeing kids dart. And so his thought was, well, we'll just block it off. Instead of having the parents parent their children and to find a different way, maybe even taking these posts, like so many people who have signed the petition so far have said, take the posts, put them in front of the concession stand, okay? And block it so that it doesn't come into this U shape. But he won't look at that. All he looked at was the fact that, well, we are law compliant. He just kept saying, well, we're following the law. Okay, but we're not talking solely about the law. We're asking you to be human. Yes, are they needing to be compliant? Sure. But what I'm saying is, this works, okay? I have walked maybe 25 feet from the start of the U, okay? And then add a couple more feet for the handicap spots right there, okay? to start of this one, you can't tell in, you know, comparison here, but it's a lot closer to the park. Okay? And so what we're going to show you next is the fact that he has said, oh, well, there's another place you can go to park because, you know, if this park works for your husband, he should be able to go over there. However, again, by law, compliance is there. However, it's not accessible for people who have a disability, and you'll understand why when you see it.
Okay, so as you can see, what we're talking about the parking, about how the 6 closest handicap spots are, you know, blocked off. So now what we're doing is we're going to show you the rest of the park from this side. There is, there's 1 handicap spot up here. Here, 1 that's connected to the parks
It's another football
on this
park,
side,
which is fine.
and it's another soccer field, but it's not even van accessible. But that's neither here nor there. But it is a handicap parking spot.
But again, it comes out into the
But
fairway.
it's into the fairway again. And then we'll go around to the other 2 spots that are over here. Oh, there's 2 here. This is new. No, this is one
there's
here.
one here.
There's 1 here, 1 random one here, and then the other one is for
Wounded combat veteran.
yep, which I think they should have their own spaces. But so, and then
Now, mind you, the playground. Show them.
now the playground is over there.
Way over there now.
This is the last remaining 2 spots here. Now, of course, these spots are still, according to them, these spots are still accessible to that park somehow.
But there's a dumpster.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good right there. Fantastic. What? Oh, I want to watch the doggies at the park. I know, they're all huskies. What is that about?